NOFX are to punk rock what cheese is to milk, and that is to say, pretty solid. Hi, I'm Dale Blackwood, and today we're going to figure out how to make NOFX sound like it used to. NOFX started sometime in the 80s and were pretty much in no man's land until the 90s, when they became a significant portion of the SoCal skate punk scene. Since punk and drublick kind of brought their name to the forefront of the punk scene, NOFX have had quite the long career, but I didn't really start paying attention until So Long and Thanks for All the Shoes. With such a long career, there's NOFX fans from every age bracket, ranging from your dad's age to his older brother's age. And each of those fan brackets will have their own preference to what the best NOFX song is. And it's important to take those fans' opinions into account when deciding that it's objectively the decline. But I don't have the time or the inclination to write an 18-minute punk song right now, and I don't think it would be in the spirit of the game. So instead, we're going to focus on making something more like Dinosaurs Must Die. So in this video, we're going to figure out how to make a theme from a NOFX album. And to do that, I'm going to throw some riffs down on a D beat and see if I can't make something completely similar. NOFX chord progressions. What are we doing? Guitar in E standard. We're going to play an E minor. Except we're going to play power chords. And I'm going to play the most famous chord progression there is, Oasis's Wonderwall. Now, if I leave those inversions the same, it's going to sound like a Green Day song, in particular Boulevard of Broken Dreams, but instead what I'm going to do is mess with the inversions. NOFX like to climb down as they go, they like to descend, so let's do a descending chord progression. Same chords, just different notes at the top and the bottom. We're also going to do da digga digga da. Now da digga digga da is like yakata takata, but it's the punk rock version, and it sounds a little bit like. And we'll do that in both speakers. Cool. So basically, now that we've got that, we want to lead into that with something that's halftime and probably come out of it with something else that's halftime. So we'll use the chord progression from before, maybe. There's a trick in punk where you start the next chord early on an offbeat, so everything except the first chord. So that's like. Notice how the chord changes off the beat? Cool. That's basically our song. So if we're going to ape NOFX's sound, we're going to have to pay attention to their main contributor and frontman, Thaddeus Michelson. Now, Fat Mike is a bass vocalist, so a big part of his sound is going to come from the fact that he's economizing between the two roles. He's going to hold back from the complex bits like runs, riffs, and fills whenever he's delivering his vocals. So his contribution might sound like. When it comes to Fat Michael's vocal style, he does what I'd probably call a push and pun, and that is he pushes too hard on his voice box while delivering a pun-based joke. It's not uncommon for him to coin a new term, let's say anti-social media, and if I were to sing it, it would probably sound like. We're the anti-social media. But he's going to push right at the top of his vocals, doing what pretty much every vocal coach says you shouldn't, and drive really hard. So that might sound like. We're the anti-social media. So for drums, I'm using Stephen Slate. It looks a bit like that. Sounds a bit like this. So for bass, I'm just using Native Instruments Guitar Rig, Bass Pro with a rat in front of it. I mean, it says cat, but it means rat, and it sounds kind of like this. And with the drums, for guitars, I've got them mapped to hard left and hard right. What I've used is Native Instruments Guitar Rig again. I've got a hot plex and I've put a rat in front of it. So that kind of sounds like. And for the other speaker, I've got a lead 800, but I've put a rat in front of it. And altogether that sounds like. So I reckon that's how you make NOFX sound like it used to. But what do you reckon? Did I miss any tricks? Should I have picked a different era? I mean, I didn't, and I shouldn't have. But I'd love to fight you about it in the comments, so be a little sweetheart and shitpost there, can you? Also, if you've got any suggestions for other bands or genres, I prefer punk, metal, rock, that sort of stuff. But, you know, I'll entertain anything. And, share this around with some friends. If you want to see more of this, that's easily the best thing you can do to give me the incentive to keep going. Or don't. I'm not your dad. Anyway, I've been Dale, and this has been Like It Used to. Goodbye. You're still here.